Hey everyone, welcome to Creative Moment with Zhenia. I welcome you on this Wednesday afternoon. I felt like I had to really come out in full Venus mode, so I welcome you. So this is a monthly creative moment with me that I do. It's really an opportunity to just practice in small and sweet ways of being, really having a relationship with creativity. So I wanted to let you all know that I'm starting a coaching program, a 5-week coaching program that's going to launch probably this week. So go on my website, join my newsletter. I hope to communicate with you there about next steps, but I'm so excited about today. So today's theme is abundance in our body. And so I wanted to start off with some supportive energies that we're working with. I mentioned Venus, the Empress, so we are in Taurus season. So Taurus is really affiliated with pleasure, sensuality, the senses. Really think about all our senses and like being in our senses, beauty, grace, security, sensitivity, self-care, and ease. And so those are sort of like the big energies. Also, the moon is in Libra. So we're here to relate and collaborate. It's really about partnerships. And Libra is also ruled by Venus. So there's just this double wham of Venus energy. And so I want to bring in the Empress. And I wanted to, because the Empress in tarot is ruled by Venus. And so I want to just preface this session with some images of Venus. So this is from the Light Seers Tarot. I use this deck pretty often. So this is just one image, yeah? So we're really talking about fertility, beauty, abundance, material things that allow us to feel lovely and delicious. Also, the Herbal Crafters Tarot is also a really beautiful deck, and it shows the rose. So again, rose is this, you know, this sort of like luxurious, like body-centered, heart-centered, like senses, like sensual, right? And then I also have this Shadowscapes Tarot, and there's another image, right, of this. Really, I want to bring up this sort of Gaia, Great Mother. I don't know if you can see like the butterflies and sort of all this fruitfulness and these like fruits and, you know, just bounty, right? And so I want us to connect at this moment to spring and sort of the green lusciousness, the abundance that we're sensing in the outside world, in nature particularly, and connecting that to our bodies and connecting to pleasure as a portal to that abundance, right? So I'm not gonna give away too much. We'll first do a meditation because it's a really beautiful way to really center our bodies and really come into our intuitive senses, and then we'll go into a creative prompt. So before we get started, as always, light your candle if you have. And if you don't have a candle, imagine yourself lighting a candle in your heart. And say to yourself, as you light this candle in your heart, I am open to the abundance that is moving through me. I am open to receive abundance. Okay. So let's get started. Before we do, just some basic supplies. We'll just need some paper, some colorful utensils, and yeah, a glass of water if you can, because we are moving energy. We have to hydrate. So all those self-care practices are really important here. Okay. So get comfortable. Just center yourself. Just get as comfortable as you can wherever you are sitting in this moment, whether you're joining us now or at a later moment. And just close your eyes and take a nice, gentle, deep breath in and out. And just continue to gently and lovingly take that inhale in and feel that breath moving in through you and sort of expanding parts of you. And on the exhale, imagine yourself just releasing anything that doesn't serve you. Out to the earth. And I want us to use that beautiful, powerful tool of imagination. And imagine that you are growing small roots from wherever your body is touching the floor. Whether you're sitting on the floor or you are on a chair and your feet are touching the floor, just feel like mycelium networks moving through your feet or your body down into the earth. Slowly they're getting bigger, they're growing, they're getting stronger, and they're really feeling that abundant earth energy, that essence of Pachamama and Gaia, that divine feminine energy that is nourishing us. Just feel your roots, just go deeper into her. Just feel that sacred connection with her. Feel yourself rooted deeper, deeper toward the core, toward that heated ball of light and fire and spark. And let us say thank you, Mother Earth. The hands on our heart, perhaps. Thank you for the abundance that you offer us in this moment. All the people, all the living things. And as you say thank you, just notice your breath. Notice its depth. And notice when you inhale that you're opening up parts of you to guidance, perhaps to messages. You're opening yourself with breath to receive. Can you sense the fullness of what you're receiving? Can you sense the pleasure of a breath? Do you notice your body loosening, relaxing, calming with that breath? And so in this way, our heart, our body is connecting the cosmos and the earth. And if you can say to yourself at this moment, I am open and trusting to receive. I am open and trusting to receive. In a way, you're allowing the gates of your senses, of your psychic perception to open and receive what you need. And just take a couple more breaths in and just feel that expansion as you take in breath. And feel those roots grow stronger as you ground with Earth, in relationship with her, in gratitude. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes, take a look around, just anchor yourself in this moment, in this physical space. Great. So, in essence, we are in a really fertile, regenerative time. Just in nature, if you look out, you know, spring is a really luscious, abundant, green. And I like to think of color. I like to think green as the color of heart. So it's just like this healing color is evident everywhere. Everywhere you look. Assuming you're looking at trees. But any grass, plant life, you know, it's everywhere really. And it's a beautiful reminder to what is happening out there naturally, what is invited to happen within us. And I wanted to raise up Empress because she's really inviting us to sense what we are comfortable in receiving, right? Because when we don't feel worthy to receive, we're really not going to be available for it, right? And so this opportunity, this creative moment is really a reclamation of that worthiness, of that. You don't have to do anything, right? You could just tune in for a moment and just feel that abundance in your body, right? Feel that lusciousness, feel that expansiveness, right? And since we're talking about abundance, I want to define in this moment what abundance could be, right? Because oftentimes abundance is really related to like money and things and physical things, and that's fine. We can keep it there, right? But what I want us to hold as well is this fullness, right? Fullness of joy, pleasure in life. Right? And we can also shift our perception slightly to what pleasure can be, right? We don't have to relegate it only to, you know, intimacy and sexuality. It could be the fullness of presence. The presence of what we can hold at the moment. So we could hold difficult stuff and nourishing, abundant feelings as well, right? We can hold both. And also the strength of spirit, body, and soul can also feel abundant, right? When we're feeling centered, when we're feeling aligned in our perception and our values, we can feel that abundance, right? And so back to Empress, really that she's really asking us, are we available to receive? And I feel like we are. I feel like we are. We just have to do this, right? So, to our creative prompt. And this is going to be a really easy one. I want us to take some paper. Hi, welcome. Welcome. We're getting our creative prompt. So, take some paper and... paper. So... Right, if we're talking about abundance and pleasure as this aliveness that we can feel and be present with, right? Let us start with our senses, right? This is the easiest way we can tap into this Venus energy, this like fullness and abundance of senses that live in our body, right? So let us draw a figure. I like to draw an avocado shape because that really resonates with me. I love avocado shape because I love the kind of fullness of it, you know. Just, represents you, but you can draw any shape you want. I love the fullness and curviness of an avocado shape. So draw a shape in the middle of the picture that relates to you, that, you know, in the simplest way. And let us draw 5 lines coming out of the shape, right? And these will be our senses, right? So just lines that lead to sections that we can save for our journaling, right? You can kind of outline them if you want. You kind of make a box. You can make a circle. You can make any shape. But really what we want is we want to dedicate some space for a little journaling. And we're going to, again, use that imagination, right? We're going to connect to experiences that we have had, perhaps, or maybe that we are calling to have, right? We're calling in. So this is really about choice for you. But I want us to start with taste. You can go ahead and write taste in one of the boxes. And I want you to write if there is a moment, recent moment, something that you've tasted. And you can close your eyes and really bring yourself back there, or you can imagine yourself having that experience in the future. I don't know what your taste bud's like, but what is it that brings you pleasure and joy when you taste it, right? And just write a few things, right? We're calling in that like pleasure of associated with our taste, right? It could be a flavor, it could be a drink, it could be anything, it could be your grandmother's cooking, you know, but I want you to bring that experience in up for you. Like imagine it, be in it, right? You don't have to write too many details, but the details that stick out for you senses wise, write those down, right? I'm just gonna give you a moment, just a minute to really simmer in it, right? I mean, I'm just feeling that abundant, like luscious, delicious energy right now. So what tastes do you like? What can you recall? What would you like to call forth? Have you had something that you want to taste again? Right? Write that down. Okay. We can do a few more minutes, a few more moments. And we're going to go to sound. Just write a sound in the other box. What sounds come to you and just really resonate and calm you and make you feel good, right? Sound of the wind, sound of rain pattering on the roofs, sound of children laughing, right? I want you to put all those sounds down. I want this to be a way for us to honor the things that we have at our disposal, right? I want us to be a beautiful reminder of our abundance that our body can intimately hold. It's as easy as imagining it, right? What sounds do you gravitate to? What songs do you love? What instruments? And I want you to, as you're writing this down, you are adding this into your toolbox of self-care. You're going to start noticing the tastes and the sounds and the smells and all the things. You're going to start to notice it in your life. I want you to, yeah, I want that to be the intention, is that you're bringing these sensations, these senses into this moment right now, and with the intention of really connecting to them outside of this moment, right? Let's connect to sight. What things do you find pleasurable in seeing? Maybe it's colors. Maybe it's, a willow tree dancing in the wind. Whatever it is, if it's something that you've had in your life, recall that moment of beauty, really, right? This is just so Taurus, right? This is so Venus of us to really celebrate these pleasurable senses, really, perceptions. Let's go to touch. What things do you like to touch you? Hands of somebody else, cloth, clothes on your skin. Is there a certain texture that you like? What sensations, touch-wise, do you enjoy? We want to call these up. We want to call all these up. And last, what feeling, what senses, feeling senses do you love? Do you enjoy, right? This actually makes me think of love languages, right? This idea that we have certain languages that we can relate to be understood and to understand others. Some of them are words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, right? So what makes you feel good? What makes you, and if you don't know them, look them up. They're really interesting because it gives us a way to really understand what we need to prioritize, right? And how different those in our lives, how different their love languages might be. So it's a moment of awareness for ourselves in relationship to what we need and what the other person needs in our life. So yeah, so what makes you feel good? Does it, being with other people, being with children, being with animals? What brings you that sense of, that feeling of pleasure and joy? And notice as you are pulling these up, what is stirring in you, right? What is being inspired in you? Is there a message that you're hearing, you're feeling, you're sensing as you are calling up all these beautiful senses that you have, as you are entering this portal of abundance, of your innate abundance, right? What messages are coming up? Write that in the middle of your figure, right? Because that's really the centering. What do you want to say to yourself? What does your higher self want to say to you, right? What reminders do you want to hear? And do you feel, as you're bringing up these pleasurable moments, do you feel your heart smile? What do you feel in your heart? And it might just take a moment to just touch your heart and be with it and just sense into it. This is abundance. This feeling that you have beauty and pleasure and joy innately in you. We could, the paradox of life is that we could live with the pain and the beauty, right? And right now we're calling up that powerful, transformative sense of abundance in us, in our body. And feel free to add to this list if you want. You know, the senses are taste, sound, sight, feel, touch. If there's any other senses, if there's psychic senses that you have, yeah, add them to this list, right? Maybe you are gonna recall something later in the day or the week. Add that to the list. And have that list out in front of you somewhere where you can see it, where you can consistently get reminded that you have abundance. You have beauty, and you have pleasure, and you have access to it. And I would like to just close off the session with, prayer. May you continue to be open to receive this abundance that is yours. Today, tomorrow, whenever you can make space for it, whenever you can just tune into it. And say to yourself, I am open to receive the abundance in every corner of my life. To live with color, style, flair, and grace in every stage of my unfolding. And that's about enough time for us. I really enjoyed this. I hope you did as well. I'm just really feeling that, like Venus, like abundant, delicious energy. So I hope you do as well. The next creative moment will be in a month's time, same place, on the first Wednesday of the month. I hope you'll join me. I hope this has been nourishing as always. It's been a pleasure being with you. Take care.